All right, so we're back, Wade's World people. I am in Dublin, Ireland, in the Airbnb, but I had to get on camera and address something that has been going around on Twitter for the last couple of days. You guys know me as an influencer boxing commentator, a combat sports commentator, but before that, I've told you guys I modeled, I played college football, I did a lot of things, including acting in a movie. That's right, at one point in time, your boy was an actor and starred in a film. So let's talk about it. Story time. How I came to star in a movie called Rebound Sex. All right, so first things out of the way. This movie is called Rebound Sex, but the name of it suggests that it is something that it isn't. It is a suggestive romantic comedy, and it is not in any way an adult film. I can promise you, I did not act in an adult film. Now, obviously, I didn't ever think this movie was going to actually be released and made public because people online have looked at the clips and they're like, oh, it's from 2019. No, I actually filmed this in 2016. I was 23 years old at the time. Broke as a joke. It's gonna sound like I'm like, it's the making of a fucking porno. It wasn't an adult film. But no, I was 23 years old. I was living in Orange County, but I was doing the modeling thing. I was with LA Models, and through that, I was actually getting some auditions. People don't know this, so I might as well say it now because this thing's come out. I actually auditioned to be on Modern Family. I did the People's Choice Awards in 2016. I was one of the guys backstage holding the award for Ellen as she was on stage. There's a bunch of things I did that I just didn't feel the need to talk about. This one being at the top of the list because, as you guys have seen, and by the way, I'm not going to show or react to the movie because, one, I haven't actually seen it, and I don't know if I even want to see it, and two, I do have a younger audience, and this is, I think, a rated R movie, not meant for viewing for the younger audience. It's obviously, again, not an adult film, but it is meant to be viewed by people 18 or older just because of the suggestive nature of some of the comedy in it. And to be honest with you, no, it's not the most proud thing I've done in my life, and definitely not something I ever thought would again, actually be public. So the fact that it came out this year is hilarious in its own right. But yeah, listen, it is what it is. I was at that time broke, and I didn't even, to be quite honest with you, I'm the reason that I didn't pan out as an actor or a model was because I wasn't very good at it. Like, if any of you did watch it, you'll see that I'm not a great actor, which is why I do YouTube without any notes or any writing or any scripting, because I just can't do it. I get in front of the camera and I talk to you guys because that's what I'm good at. But yes, I was a character named Donovan Steele, which again, as I'm going through the bullet points of this thing, it's not helping my case. Another funny thing about this was the character himself was, I'm pretty sure the director told me, written for a black guy, and obviously not me. I think 3 or 4 or 5 dudes had turned this role down before I had gotten it, because I think they were probably smarter than I was to be like, yeah, this is not gonna be a movie I wanna be a part of, and if it ever comes out, it's probably not gonna be something I'm gonna look very good at. I took the role of Donovan Steele, the starring role, because one, if I was gonna go down this acting route at the time, I was, 2016, I needed credits, and I wasn't getting hired because I wasn't very good at acting in any places. And plus I lived in Orange County, so it was a trip. I didn't even get paid a lot. I wanna say it was like, I mean, at the time it was a lot because it was, it was like $2,000, something like that. We only shot it in like 4 days, 3 or 4 days. And I couldn't tell you the name or names of any of the other co-stars or anything like that. But anyway, I'll summarize this film for people. And again, I'm not going to play most of it here. I'm sure there'll be some clips that you'll see on screen as I go through it. And I'm going off memory because I haven't actually ever watched it, and I probably never will, just because I don't want to. I don't like watching my YouTube videos back. Like, I used to do it a lot when I was, more into the editing, and maybe when I get back into doing more editing, but I don't even watch my own stuff. So it's one thing to watch myself in something I'm proud of. It's a whole nother thing to try to watch this as my skin is crawling because I cannot stand what I'm watching, and it's be on screen. So anyway, Donovan Steele is this NFL football player, and he is breaking up with this girl. I think her name was Jade in the movie. And in this breakup, the script was written as if it was written by someone that's never been in a relationship, or in a way that would sound fun. Like, it's supposed to be a romantic comedy, right? It's supposed to be a comedic take on NFL football players struggling to stay with one individual because they have so much fame, money, and privilege when it comes to sexual relationships that it's hard to stay faithful, especially with one specific person and really after a breakup. So Donovan Steele breaks up with his girlfriend Jade, I think it was her name at the time. And I think they were engaged. I think that was the thing. They were engaged. And you'll see me, by the way, in this film. I'm 23, so I'm jacked to the gills. That's probably the biggest I've ever been as far as like my physique and my like. I was in really, really good shape at that time. I had to be for modeling. And so this movie, Donovan and his fiance break up, and you hear classic lines like, "Give me back the ring." And again, I just saw clips on Twitter, and she says, "Give me back the coochie."
Excuse me?
You heard me. Give me back the ring.
Give me back the coochie.
Huh?
And the thing is, that doesn't even make any sense. There's no, like, you can't, that's not like a refundable receipt you got there. So I don't know what exactly happens there, but it's lines like that and some of the actions that I also have to portray on screen later that that make this movie completely over the top. And I'm never understood what the director was actually going for, but it is what it is. Anyway, they break up, and then Donovan gets himself into a series of sexual relationships based on the wishes of his boys, right? His boys telling him, "No, bro, you need to go out and party, live it up." And my boys, my friends in this movie, were all dressed like a bunch of Teletubbies in most of the scenes, very vibrant, bright colors. Like I said in the intro of this, and as you could probably tell from watching the movie, if you did watch it, the budget was very small, so some of us had to wear our own clothes. And this was the red shirt that I'm wearing in one of the scenes. I used to wear it a lot better than I wear it now, but yes, essentially, Donovan and his friends, you know, they convince him that he needs to go out and sow his oats, right? And again, from watching these clips on Twitter, I've seen classic lines where I am at a pool table, essentially now going to, like I said, sow my oats and forget about my ex-girl. I'm gonna go out on the town and find a girl to tap that booty. Tap that booty! So fucking embarrassing. Anyway, from there, I go on an escapade of sexual encounters with, I think in the movie there was 1, 2, 3 girls, I think, that play the part of like one night stands. And I'm just gonna get verbally graphic here. I don't even think we're gonna show some of this on screen because I don't even know if we can. There are many things where I do want to remind you guys, these are suggestive. Nothing actually happened. There is no X rating on this film. There is no actual scenes that involve that, but there were some where I'm pretty sure my crotch gets grabbed in one of the scenes. I don't remember that feeling very nice. There's also another where a girl is leaving me in the morning, as if to say we had an encounter the night before, and I don't remember. Oh, there's one girl I meet in the hall. This redhead girl, and again I can't keep up with the timeline. But then, oh fuck, I forgot about. There's a grandma scene. There's a grandma scene in this movie where apparently there's this older lady that lives across the way or across the hall from my character's apartment, and she sees all these girls coming in and out of the apartment that I'm, you know, having these one night stands, these hookups with, and she wants a piece of that action. So there's a scene where I in some way get roofied, or I take some sort of like hot toddy, which is like a whiskey lemon. Like you drink it for a cold, especially in the South. It's like it's a remedy thing. But in some way, this old lady roofies me, and I end up sleeping with an old lady in this movie. Again, not actually, it's simulated. But yeah, that's in essence what happens. There's a couple of scenes I'm pretty sure where I have like one-on-one interactions with again my friends or the Donovan Steele's friends in the movie, where I'm simulating what I'm doing with these girls and pretty much humping couches and like dancing around and doing some crazy shit. Oh God, I forgot. There's one scene. Okay. So there's the moment of realization for Donovan that his escapades of one night debauchery are not leading him to make the correct decisions and leading him away from his one true love in the Mrs. Jade that again said, "Give me back the coochie," to start the movie, where he wakes up after all these one night stands, including the grandma, I think, and starts to have some itching issues, starts to have some issues in that region, and I guess goes to the doctor and gets a call either the next day or somewhere along this fucking ridiculously incongruent timeline that he has contracted an STD, and specifically crabs. So as you can imagine, there's a part where I have to act out having this issue. I just want people to know, I didn't write this. It wasn't my decision, and the character choices made to represent the fact that I had this issue were also not mine. I did have a director there, and it was, well, you guys saw it, if the ones that did watch it. So anyway, long story short, Donovan decides to get back with his one true love in Jade, and I'm pretty sure the film ends with us getting back together in some way, and that's about it. But there it is. For people that wanted me to address this, I wasn't ever going to address it because I honestly never thought it would come out, but it wasn't something that I was like scared to address. I just didn't want to preemptively be like, hey guys, I was in a movie called Rebound Sex, and here's what happened. Is it something I'm proud of doing now that I look back on it? No. But at the end of the day, who gives a shit? I know people saw like the posters, like, oh wait, what is this? Like, people forgot that I used to model. Like, I told you guys that I did that. But now I'm curious, for those that did watch, and again, if you haven't, I'd probably stay away from it. But if you did, what do you think of me as an actor? Because while I don't want to act in anything like that ever again, your boy always did want to act in a Marvel movie or some kind of sports film, which I thought when I read NFL player in the script that this would be. But you guys let me know down below. Do you think I got the chops to make it in a Hollywood film? Because that wasn't my greatest performance, but maybe I could rebound, and Donovan could steal the show. I don't have those answers and definitely would never do a movie like that again. But maybe if it was something else, sports, or maybe action related, and I was brought the opportunity, then, maybe then, I guess we'd find out.